We're at 4256 Williamson Place. Going from the clean out in the basement towards the just at the base of the steps. I'm going to try to push all the way out to the main, just looking for any obstructions, any structural damage. This is a pre-purchase inspection for a home buyer. Alright, this looks like 6-inch clay underneath the concrete floor. So far it's made a couple turns. I expect to see a little bit, some offsets here and there. That's not abnormal. A lot of these have male-female connections and they're like a bell, so there's some movement and they tend to kind of jog the line a little bit using that, so there could be some turn downs and stuff where you'll have a slight lip, and as long as there's nothing, no cracks or major damage or any kind of build up with anything, those are not a concern. There's a tiny bit of roots on the left hand side there. Those are just finger roots. They actually look like, I'm not sure they're still alive, but they don't look like they're causing any kind of issue. Again, that's not something that's abnormal. There's a little bit here. That actually looks like just some buildup, some mineral deposit from probably where the connection was made. It does not look like roots. It's hard enough to where I'm not making any dent in it, so I would say that's a pretty hefty mineral deposit. But there's a little bit of toilet paper there, but it doesn't look like it has any obstruction to the flow line. There's some more mineral deposits that may be old roots. They look tiny, but again, that's nowhere near the flow line. Now that is a little bit more roots. You can see the little bug wiggling there. Again, just a little bit of roots. Doesn't look like it's causing an issue. But there may be, you may want to put some chemicals down here just to ensure that there's no future problems over the next, usually something like this, if you have it cleaned, it'll take 5 to 7 years for anything to come back of any concern. Yeah, there's a few more. And it's really not uncommon to see this in a house this age with this pipe material. A lot of times they get in, the connections break down a little bit, and then you have buildup, and that actually does look like what we have here. That looks like it's buildup of toilet paper. See if I can get past it. See if I can roll this over. So it is on the bottom of the pipe. So I think I'm going to recommend a cleaning. Oh, no, I got stuff on the front. Yeah, it looks like there is some roots here. Pretty decent buildup along the bottom. Now, I don't know how long this house has been empty. But yeah, this is a pretty good root ball. So I am going to recommend that this line gets cleaned out, because you can see it's there's a connection about every 3 feet here, and they are getting in a little bit at just about every connection for the past 5 or 6. So again, this isn't abnormal for a house this age, but yeah, this is definitely going to be causing a problem here. As you can see, that wall of roots, that's 98% of the pipe. So hopefully I can poke my camera through here and continue with the inspection, but that definitely, as you can see, that's the entire pipe. It's a lot of roots. So I'm going to recommend a full mechanical cleaning or a jet, because there's, section after section here of roots. Once you have this cleaned, it will need to be maintained. Probably, like I said, every, say, 5 years if it's cleaned well. But it looks like we're turning and diving towards the main here. We're dropping off, and we should be dropping into the top of the sewer main. Here we are. So we're all the way out at the sewer main, and I'm going to stop on the way back. I'm going to pause the video and go get a locate to see approximately where these roots are, at least the last section, because it may be in the right of way or on MSD's property, which would mean that they would take care of cleaning that section. But the lateral itself coming out of the house does need a cleaning. But if we can find something that may be on MSD's property, that they would be responsible for taking care of that. So I'm going to keep recording as I pull back. And yeah, this set of roots is the very last one. So I'm going to stop here, pause the video, and get a locate and find out exactly where this is. Okay, we were able to locate the line. It goes out the back into the alley. It's actually right underneath the edge of the garage. So I think the easiest, the best route to go would be to have this cleaned first of all, and then set a regular maintenance schedule for this. You can do it as often as you'd like if it makes you feel more comfortable, but usually, every 3 to 5 years is plenty. But I am going to recommend, though, that this get cleaned immediately, because you could see from some of the walls of roots that it wouldn't take much. As soon as somebody moves into this place, it would probably start causing a backup. So I'm going to go ahead and pull back and finish the inspection. All right, so I've pulled all the way back. This is going to be the end of the inspection at 4256. I will furnish a report that just recommends what I've already said about being cleaned, and see how they move forward.